prime time on the top game, it's a fine line. Man in the match, that's Daveye, he's the main guy, keep a close eye. Make sure you don't make no wrong play, cause I'm with Jose and Andre. When Cyrus comes to walk in, you better know that you are watching Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time. Let me hear you say Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time.
Hello and welcome to Premier League Primetime. And once again, Manchester United find a way to disappoint. Manchester United find a way to lose. And this time, at the hands of Manchester City, once again, they have done the double over us. Do I feel like ranting? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Just, I was ranting during the game, but then after, you just knew it was coming. Even after the Rashford goal, there are people telling me, oh, Daveye, what's a goal? What's a goal by Rashford? We're going to go on and win this game. It's like, wait, hold on. We all know what happens when we go away to top 16s. And they always tell me, why are you so negative? Why are you so negative? Why you want the manager out? Yet again, his tactical decisions are... No, I wouldn't say so much tactics, because if you're going to play against Man City, you have to go in knowing that you're going to be defending most of this game. So to be honest, with the setup, I understood that. I knew that there was going to be no other way for Ten Hag to set up. He picked the 11 that was probably bound to start. But once again, these players flatter to deceive. Once again, these players, not just the manager, some of these players are absolutely piss poor. Honestly. Bruno Fernandes, the captain, where is he? Where have you gone, Bruno? I don't care if you got the assist. Where did you go? Nothing. You were nowhere. Once again, Marcus Rashford scored a goal. Great. But other than that, what did you do? Nothing. You did absolutely nothing. Trying to dive around. What is that? You're dive leading directly to the Phil Foden goal. Come on, what is this? Oh, honestly, no, I'm genuinely sick and tired of it. I'm genuinely sick and tired of all the fake positivity and all the fake backing of some of these players and the fake backing of this manager. Once again, as I said, all season, this whole club needs a complete and utter revamp. And I'm so happy that Ineos are seeing this, that Omar Barad is surely seeing this, that Sir Dave Brailsford and Jim Radcliffe, they're all seeing it. And I'm sure Dan Ashworth is seeing this as well. Now, a lot of these players need to go. Looking at that starting 11, right? I'd say the only players that I would say that are imperative that we need to keep, whether it's for, whether they're on lower terms, assuming that they're on reasonable wages, or if they're not already locked in, Diogo Dalot, Kobbie Mainoo, Rafael Varane, and Casemiro. Everyone else can go. Everyone else. I know Onana, it wasn't his fault that he conceded the goals. Marcus Rashford scored, but done nothing. Bruno Fernandes got an assist, done nothing. But once again, we find ourselves in the same position. The same predicament. Over and over and over again. But we're going to get straight into these player ratings. Starting off in goal with Andre Onana, and you know what? He didn't have a bad game. He still conceded 3 goals. At the end of the day, there was absolutely nothing that he could do for any of them. Phil Foden's first goal is an absolutely brilliant goal. No keeper on the planet is saving that. And then the other 2 goals, maybe the second one could have done a little better, got himself across a little quicker, but I think that's a bit harsh, even by my own standards, which are so exceptionally high. But no, Onana, I'll give Onana a 5. Wasn't that bad. Diogo Dalot, one of the few players that can once again keep his head held high. Guardiola took off Doku for a reason, and that was because Doku wasn't doing anything. He was doing absolutely nothing. All game. He wasn't doing anything. Literally nothing at all. Diogo Dalot had him in his back pocket. So Diogo done his job. He done his job. Why can't everyone else do their job? Diogo Dallo is one of the only players this season that's been consistently doing his job the whole season. And I have people telling me that Diogo Dallo needs to go, that we need to get a better right back. Really? Like Diogo Dallo is at the center of our problems right now. He's one of our only good players this season. So Diogo Dallo, big up yourself, because you've been one of our only bright sparks this season. So anyways, for this match, he didn't, other than putting Doku in his back pocket, he didn't really do much anyways either. But just was pretty average, but still regardless did his job, so I'll give him a 5. At centre back, Rafael Varane, and you know what? Most of the defense on his job today. Rafael Varane did what he could at the back. I will give Rafael Varane a 6. I'll give him a 5. Johnny Evans was he was beyond very, very slow on the ball. He took way too much time. There were sequences where he was literally just dribbling and passing the ball straight out of play. I don't know what he was doing, but the City players were targeting him, pressing him constantly. They saw that he was a weak point along with Lindelof, and they just kept going. They just kept pressing Johnny Evans over and over and over again, but we are literally down to bare bones at the moment. And I'm not blaming injuries. Don't think I'm blaming injuries. I'm not blaming injuries. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be someone who's going to say, oh, we have injuries. I'm not going to blame that, but we're literally down to our bare bones. And that's why Johnny Evans is playing. But regardless, I'd expect him being better on the ball than that, and he just wasn't good enough. So I'd say 4. Victor Lindelof, I'm normally incredibly harsh on him, but you know what? In the first half, I thought he was okay. I didn't think he was too bad, but in the second half, he was just getting absolutely ripped. He was getting absolutely torn apart by Bernardo and Phil Foden. They were literally just taking turns with them. And just, again, he's not a left back, but just not good enough for. In the midfield, Casemiro, and you know what? He's just slowing down, but you know what? I'm not going to give him, too much criticism here, because you know what? He's another player that, that done the best he can to do his job. I will give him a 5. Kobbie Mainoo, once again, on the ball, very elegant. Even in this absolutely shambolic Manchester United side, he is still one of the only players that looks like he's capable of retaining the ball. He actually looks like a Man City player with the way how well he's able to keep the ball. There's a reason why that Man City, for years, were trying to, recruit him, take him out of the Man United academy, put him in the Man City setup. There are reasons for that. Because he's a very, very good footballer. At his very young age, he is a fantastic footballer already. And for other young players, where people are saying, give them time. If I don't see anything in these young players that I can see can get better, guess what? I'm not really going to give them the time. Look at Kobbie Mainoo. Already at this young age, and he's absolutely balling out. But he didn't have a bad game either. He was literally left hung out to dry in that midfield against Stones and Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva. He was literally hung out there to dry. And there's nothing that he could do. So I'll give him a 5. Into the what if you even call this an attacking trio? Scott McTominay done literally nothing. I'm sorry. What did he do except just get himself around? He literally did the Conor Gallagher, what I criticize Conor Gallagher for all the time, running around. Scott McTominay won because he put his kid on the right way. Garnacho gets a 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It is a crime how Amad Diallo is not able to get a single opportunity. He cannot get a game when he sees Garnacho stinking the place out every single week. Every week. He's looks better on the right. But come on. He was still poor today. He tried right. He was rubbish. Left, not good enough. Flopping on the ground again as well. He was getting absolutely bullied by Kyle Walker and by Nathan Ake. And this time I'm like, oh, no problem. In the back pocket you go. No problem whatsoever. I'm sorry, but Garnacho is not the future starting winger for Manchester United every single week. He is not. He is not good enough for that role. He is good for an impact role off the bench, and that is it. End of conversation. If you're not happy with that role, you can dip. You can leave. I'm sick of it. I don't care. I don't care what it is for a lot of these players that think that they should be starting every week at a club like us, and you're just not good enough. I'm sorry. I do not care. So a lot of these players need to leave, as I've said time and time again. They're not good enough. But Garnacho gets a 0. Rashford gets a 1. He got the goal, and then what else did he do? What else did he do? Diving around. It's a brilliant goal. Don't get me wrong. Actually, not. I'll give you a 2. I will give you a 2 because you scored the goal. For your sake, I will give you a 2. You said you want to come out and make a statement. That goal is making a statement. But what about the overall performance? Don't think because Marcus Rashford scored a brilliant goal, that meant that we can all forget about his performance. Don't think we can just all of a sudden forget. Because I'm certainly not forgetting that performance. I am certainly not forgetting it. Don't you think I'm forgetting that awful performance? And Bruno up front. I think some of the things that I want to say, I think I might get canceled on camera for how unbelievably angry I am at that performance. I am so fed up. I'm fed up with Bruno Fernandes. This guy. I cannot believe that a couple years ago, and I'll hold my hands up, I'm guilty of it. But I cannot believe that we, as a unifying football fan base, we compared this guy to Kevin De Bruyne. This guy is nowhere near Kevin De Bruyne. How this guy was even compared to Kevin De Bruyne in the first place, I will never know. Bruno shocking 0, 0, 0, 0. Another 0 out of 10 for Bruno Fernandes. Substitutions. Willy Kambala. First off, congratulations on your first Manchester derby. That's a taste for you of what it's like to be in a Manchester derby, since 2014, I'd say. But I will say this. Eric Ten Hag, you're taking off Johnny Evans. Okay. All right. He doesn't have the legs. And you're putting Kambala on. All right. Why on earth are you playing him at right back? Just, why are you doing that? Like, can someone explain that to me? Because I certainly don't understand it. Why he was playing at right back. Someone explain that to me. Because I don't understand it one bit. Not a single bit. Why is he playing right back? He's not a right back. He's a center back. If you're going to, you may as well just do Lindelof right back and Diogo Dalot left back, or do the other way around. Play him at center back with Varane. Let him learn. Let him learn his trade. Don't hang him out to dry by putting him up against Phil Foden, literally one of the red-hot in-form players in the league. Don't do that. Like, what's the point of doing that? I felt sorry for the kid today. I felt sorry for him. But he was getting absolutely torn apart by Phil Foden. So I'm he should have never been in that position, but I gotta give him a 3. Not good enough. Anthony didn't have enough time really to do much, to do anything really. So it's kind of hard to rate him anyways. He's another one that can leave. And then bringing on Amrabat and Amari Forson when we're chasing a goal, and we bring on Sofian Amrabat and Amari Forson when Amad Diallo is on the bench. Just let that sink in for a minute. Yes, that's what happened. That is exactly what happened. But oh no, it's not Ten Hag's fault. We can't blame Ten Hag. Blame the players. Let's blame injuries. Let's just blame everything else under the sun and not look at anything with the manager. Do not look at the manager for any criticism. Come on, guys. We all gotta back Erik ten Hag. There is nothing wrong with Erik ten Hag, everybody. We's gotta be positive about Erik ten Hag. Like, nothing is wrong with the manager. I'm not having it. I'm not having this fake positivity. This club is a mess, and at the end of the season, there is going to be an almighty shakeup in the board and with the manager. I think it's inevitable now. I think these performances are making it easier for Ineos to back their own plan that most likely doesn't involve Ten Hag, and a lot of these players need to leave, and just maybe I don't know what to say, man. Erik ten Hag just, I mean, there's nothing that he really couldn't do. He chose the right team, but regardless, it's just not good enough, man. It just isn't good enough. And once again, where Man United go from here, I'm seriously nervous. I mean, top four is all we have to play for. We're not going to win the FA Cup. You know, I hope these players can prove me wrong, and we can all come back and clip this. But I don't have the confidence I will win the FA Cup. I don't have the confidence I will do it. So I can't say much more than that. But Erik ten Hag, I'll give you a 4. And there you have it. There you have it. Manchester United 1, Manchester City 3. Manchester is blue, people, and they have done the double over us this season. And once again, where do Man United go from here? Until next time, we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much for watching our upload, and let us know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on anything and everything addressed in this feature of Premier League Prime Time? Smash a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. And be sure to check out our other platforms on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And we hope you have an absolutely fantastic day/evening. Take care.